Agents. Thanks for tuning in. I think it's just time that I bring about some bold updates. I haven't done a video in about a week. I've been farming like crazy looking for those Total Armour rolls, but I'm not having any luck. I'm finding everything else though. First let me go through this is the rifle build. I finally maxed out my technician. So using the technician to max out the skill power, to help me max out the skill power. Classic M1A, 103 damage, RPM. You can see the mag there. I have Optimist because I have 4 reds. Rate of fire, grease doesn't matter. You can see there I'm using for the underbarrel, I'm using that linked laser pointer. As you know, that activates my spotter, so I don't need to run the pulse, so that's what keeps my perfect spotter active. As my secondary, I'm using the Eagle Bearer, just because of the protected fire that you get the holster talent. That's why I have that in there. And if I can't reload my rifle quick enough, the Eagle Bearer makes a very good backup. Um, on the handgun, I'm using this first wave PF45 for protected reload. It doesn't say holstered talent there, but it does still um, activate upon reloading, although it doesn't say, the text doesn't say that, but I use this gun in all my builds and it actually does still work. Even though it doesn't say holster talent anymore, it still works. So Gila, Night Watcher, that's the perfect spotter. I have 47% as a protection on there. 17% skiller is perfect spotter, and there's my yellow mod. The armadillo chest piece, also killer, that makes my second piece. Adds 20% as a protection. There's 27 900 armor, 13 534 health, and 13.5 total armor. That's the highest I have, nowhere near 30%. Bloodsucker. They have my 2 blue mods and my 1 red over there. Okay, I'm using the Overload holster for the 10% rifle damage. 6.5% crit chance on there. That doesn't actually matter. Crit doesn't matter to me on this build. I have 805 skill power. That's the highest skill power roll I found on holsters, so I have it on there. And there's my blue blue mod with armor, explosive resistance, and total armor. Same like all the other blue slots I have. Gila knees, just because it gives me, I'm basically only using it because it gives me these 2 blue slots and it has hazard protection, and I added some skill power into the mix. And the last piece that rounds out my 100% hazard protection is the Jarl glove. 13% rifle damage, and there's 3.5% health and a capacitive. That's to keep my restorer hive up as long as possible. I'm using the Alps. I'm not using Spark on this build, obviously, but that's the best armor roll I have is 18.5% total armor and 18,997 armor. That's the best, and hardened as well. That's the best backpack I have that will give me the most armor. So that's why I'm using it. And there's my yellow mod. There's my red as well. I'm actually looking for another 1% weapon damage and 5% rifle damage like the other ones I have. I'm using the cluster. This also helps me activate spark, although it doesn't say the explosive damage, but it still activates it with an 18.8 second cooldown. You can see the health, the damage, only 3 mines. There's a blast radius, PvP damage 81,702. I have 180.5% skill ace, 98.9% damage, and that 307 seeker skill, it helps me max it out. Otherwise I can't use the damage mod over there. My restorer hive, you can see there full speed charges, range, duration 75 seconds. Capacitive helps a bit with there, otherwise it would have been half of that. Health 151,000, healing 58,372, PvP healing 29,000. 186. I have a battery there with 307. High skill power, 44% healing, which helps a lot. I'm actually looking for one that's better than that, but that's the best one I found, and the charges of 22%. So, well, right now, even though there's no damage to elites on this build, I'm actually looking for another perfect spotter mask that I can roll damage to elites onto. And I also would like to have another one that maybe has skill power on it, so I can roll as a protection here, and then I can actually use something else here that will maybe I could even add some more armor here. I could use a total armor. I think I have a 12 or 13%. I can actually use that there to boost my armor, but then I don't need the skill power on the knee anymore. But at the moment I do still need it. So this rounds out my rifle build. It works well in PvE as well. You might just take a few more bullets with the elites, but they go down just as fast. In PvP it works out not really face tank, but you actually just need someone in your team to basically tank you, so you can take pot shots from cover or something. Oh, and the stats, that's the 103, 564 weapon damage you saw. PvP damage 68,352, 6.5 crit chance, crit damage 40%, headshot damage 60, reload speed bonus nothing, all weapon damage goes in 2%, and 47% rifle damage, which I can up if I find the right pieces. That's good. Actually, I could have it up to 60%. Because in the crit version of this build, the loadout I deleted, because I could have it up to 58%, but then my survivability, it's my almost like half of what it is now, so it's not really worth it. Okay, so that's basically this build, and now I'll go through the other ones in a separate video. Thanks for tuning in, guys.